All right, we should be live. Hey guys, I'm Christoph Cemper, founder of the Link Research Tools and creator of Link Detox. And I welcome you to my webinar here, where I pretty short notice decided actually last night that I let more people in to show all the exciting stuff that we have in Link Detox Smart and the upcoming Link Research Tools Smart. We should be live in the Facebook group LRT Associates, which is a group of people, hundreds, that went through training and certification program, base certification for Link Research Tools over the last years. So I really look forward to seeing you there as well if you're a new customer. And I want to start right away because there's a lot of content I prepared, also lots of new features. And for those who were existing users, of course, yeah, lots of changes or improvements if you want. I want to see a quick show of hands here. Who of you has used Link Detox before? Hmm? Can I see a show of hands? Where is that? Oh yeah, guys, great to have you here. By the way, I need to open the chat here and the Q&A panel. Eugene Butt trial. Got it. Thank you. Okay, hand raising. I got you. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you in Vienna next week for the LRTCon, of course. Awesome. All right. So without further ado, I have prepared a slide deck that has 100 slides alone, just to give you a brief overview of stuff that is going on and to bring some structure to the whole webinar. We do, however, have enough time for your questions, enough time for looking at the application. We're going to look at a Link Detox analysis from one customer that we set up previously from last week. So thank you very much, Hector. And yeah, I want to start right away by sharing my screen here. There you go. My main screen is this. Yeah, let's go. The chat windows here and this here, and off we go. So yeah, and I'm happy to see that we have 70% existing users. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, if you share the results, you see we have more than 100% visitors. Isn't that great? We got 69% that said yes, they've used Link Detox before, and 44% said they said no. So I'm not sure how Zoom does the math here in this polling, but I'm happy that I don't use them for my statistical analysis here. Okay, but it's a good mix of people, and I love that. So let's go ahead. Do we have another question here? No. No, that one we got. And Link Detox Smart. Welcome to the next generation of Link Research Tools, of Link Detox, and to looking at links in the first place. If you looked at the homepage recently, you saw that we changed the symbols a little bit around and the system, how we structure everything. It's recover from a penalty, protecting from negative SEO and penalties and human errors, also from new shady links coming in, of course, learning about your competition, but also about your own backlink profile and the markets in general, which we supported for many, many years already, with tools like the competitive landscape analyzer, competitive keyword analyzer, and so much more. And growing your business, growing your backlink profile, and thereby your revenue. Now, I want you to learn everything. And in case you don't know me, I'm Christoph Cemper, and founder of Link Research Tools and Link Detox, and I've been working with links for 15 years. For these nice companies, and some more companies, and even more that didn't fit on the slide, so I had to turn it around a little bit. Yeah, but this is my company. I'm the founder, I'm the owner, It's all things links, and I'm in full control. No investors, no nothing, nobody, no boss, if you want. I love that. So we combine 25 link data sources and we crawl them. I'll get to that point a little bit later, but that's one really unique feature that you won't find anywhere else. Nobody else does that. Nobody else has these sources. So some of these sources that we couldn't draw here, of course, are so-called secrets that I spent a lot of time to acquire, to get link data from. About this new platform, I want to tell you what you need to know, what you need to do, what you do not need to do, what linkages and actions are. That's a new term in our world of SEO in the first place, but also in the product world of link research tools. How the link roll budget works and will work from February 19, and the new filters and everything applied to it, rules, automations, new toxic rules for negative SEO. We continue to build out, of course, the system, not just from the user interface, and how to take action. And to remind you, Link Detox Smart is built on a completely new basis, a completely new database, completely new crawling, completely new everything that we built for a long, long time. That's why I compared it to building the pyramids. But first, let me give you a very brief and quick reminder. So, what is a link? A link is a connection from A to B. And usually SEO tools, show you something that looks like links, but they really only show you the source page. And also we as SEOs usually refer to links and say, that's a nice link there. And we point at the source page, with our finger, and we point at the anchor text. But really, the link is the object, is the system between the source and the target with all the aspects of both involved, including the anchor text, including the target page, including the metrics of the target page, including all the links that go to the target domain or page already. So when we estimate the risk of a link, we don't estimate a risk based on a source URL on some page where you have or could get a link. We put this into relation to all the other links that are already there, that are already on the domain, and potentially other links. This is what we call simulation. But this is the link you want to check. And this is what you need to understand, what makes link research tools and Link Detox so different. And I had to put this in there because it's going back and forth and back and forth. And whenever you look at Twitter, you see some funny tweets about how things have changed overnight in SEO and links and link audits. And even Google has different statements. But this is something, that once again confirmed that Google, of course, gives us the responsibility to look after unnatural links. Unnatural links, or by bots or by humans, are your responsibility, our responsibility. This is why a product like Link Detox exists in the first place for many, many years. And that didn't change. But hey, the link audits are a lot of work, and I get that. Link audits just got more complicated over the years. And I'm not sure if you know that, but the first Link Detox was actually free. We gave it away for a tweet. I didn't even think that this would be a business. Can you imagine? And I only did that because we had all the data, the link data, the metrics, and I said, yeah, let's build a lead gen tool for that and show people some shitty links. The truth is, this is actually a big game changer, has been a game changer for me, because only then I understood all the trash that is out there and constantly growing with new patterns, new tactics, new things going on, especially not just in positive SEO, but also in negative SEO. So, but it's a lot of work with a lot of links. And if done right, it's even more work. And if you do it regularly, it's even more work. So I get that. And manual labor is expensive. And in the past, link research tools and Link Detox, you could start a report and then work that report through. And then you had a disavow file, right? And then you were done. Done for a month, for a quarter, for a year. And everyone, essentially everyone, let that be and let that domain sit there without any further maintenance until maybe in the next year, in the next quarter, they restarted that again. What happens in a 3-month time? tons of changes to your links. So as an expert, you want to do it right, but we didn't have the means to it. And you are only limited to 168 hours per week. I guess you want to sleep a little bit and maybe have some, spare time with your family or your beloved ones in general. And you would still convince your boss to spend all these hours or your clients. So this is where Link Detox Smart comes in. It automates. It automates a lot more than we automated in the past. Finding links was always something we did. 25 link data sources, there you go. Cleaning and verifying links, evaluating links. This is where Link Detox Risk is the gold standard in link audits. Still today, and especially today. And I'll tell you why. Because we got all the historic data from the penalties from 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think it was 2016 when SEMrush started building a little bit of a link audit thing, lacking all the historic data that we use to train the machine learning. Finding issues and suggesting actions is something where it comes in next. Finding issues in the past meant you would have to go through the data, apply some filters, look at the data, and then disavow based on that. So we needed an expert to interpret the data. This is what the smart generation will do for you. And, of course, suggest what to do, to disavow, or maybe to review only. So with all these fancy schmancy automations, reviewing the details, looking at the single link is still possible. That has to be. And it lets you automate actions that you take. It lets you collaborate with your team and clients. Collaboration. Isn't that a fancy word, What that means really is that if you have something to do for the IT team that usually takes 3 weeks or 3 months to respond anyways, you can send it to the Jira or send it to the Trello or Asana or whatever they use. Or if you have a PR department or a legal department that needs to approve every single link disavow, I don't know. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. It's crazy. Some companies simply block themselves from actually getting stuff done, especially in an SEO world. This is critical. So we try to support this collaboration. I give you a more positive example. If you have a multinational, you find all sorts of links from all sorts of pages, and everyone migrating their different countries into one domain is great, right? Well, it's not so great if you're responsible for the link audit and suddenly you have all these French links and redirects and the Spanish ones and okay, the Japanese ones and then some Russian links coming in. That's hard. That's tough to decide. So splitting it up in a team makes a lot of sense. Or splitting up responsibilities for categories. Either your subdomains or your subfolders would be different categories with category managers being responsible for the actual link profile audit there. I think these examples are enough. And so where link research tools in general is heading to, this funny guy here, the super brain that you can switch on and help you do the work. In the past, we were just a bot that collected all this data and provided it to you. We had all the data, all the answers, and you had to know the questions. And I trained this also next week, again, a 2-day training about all these details and specialities that I learned in 15 years of experience. And all of this experience will be baked into this wonderful brain here with the link issues over time to help you, of course, find more than you could in the past without even attending my training. So to be honest, I love doing the trainings because it's always fun with people and it's small groups of 12 only, but it's very time consuming and it doesn't scale. So this is where I'm coming from. I will still do trainings in the future, but we're going to take it to the next level. So coming back, finding links, I told you we combine 25 link data sources and external sources that you can connect. Cleaning the link data means verifying the link source, crawling the links today and not months or years ago. Did you know that some of the link data sources that you can even buy in public provide you up to 5-year-old data? The historic link index from Majestic is great, for example, but that's one of those examples. where, of course, they say this is not the fresh data. But this is what you read in the beginning. And then when you actually use the data, are you still aware that this data is actually not accurate enough? This is what we solve by recrawling this data in the first place, removing duplicates, cleaning tracking parameters, cleaning canonicals, resolving canonicals or following redirects and building those redirect traces that I'm going to show you, and verifying anchor text, image types, and dozens of other properties. 97 metrics regarding the classic application. I even didn't stop counting in the new generation where we have so many that just today I decided we're going to take them out. We're not going to show them to users. It's just too much. We're going to trim that down to the most important ones, okay, for your work. Evaluating the links means taking a link and adding metrics to it, right? All those metrics that I just mentioned. And generating spam signals like a suspicious 27, a tox2. This is how Link Detox works for many years already. And all these signals are great if you know exactly what they mean and how to interpret them. And many users are familiar with that after all these years. However, we use, since 2013, Link Detox Genesis as the machine learning platform to take all these signals together, including spam signals from Google, spam examples from Google, user ratings, and much more to evaluate a risk for a link, for a folder, for a domain, and retrain this machine learning on an ongoing basis based on the usage of the platform, based on the decisions of humans. Yes, so this is a living thing. It's a brain already, actually. Then segment the links, prepare the data for link issue filters, where we support system filters and user filters. So you can define these issues yourself in the future. And these are, this is an image how these issues look like. You just log in and, like here, and you see all these issues. And you can just, look at malware links, broken redirects. And when you click on this, you would just go to that filtered uh, area with these parameters. And wait, let me just make this fixed here. Moving this here. I'll look at a link profile and the specific breakdowns, TLDs, anchor tags, referring domains. I'm going to have referring folders and referring subdomains and much more. But when you look at this and you sort here by risk, there's some nasty stuff in here, right? Look at this. Wow. Can you see exactly what I'm looking at here? This is a redirect trace for a very toxic link that actually comes from the shares/something. You see how I can highlight parts of the path here? This is how you navigate. It follows from this shortener onto this index universe page, which links back to etf.com, which actually redirects back to the URL shortener, which is the same URL shortener, going back to this, and we got a redirect chain here that breaks. And the target URL here is not found. That's some nasty stuff. And we got historic data, we got historic, when this is aged a little bit for a day or a week or a month, then we will show you what has been there. I'll show you an example in a moment. But when you look at the issues, actually, we put together what's the issue, what does it mean, and how can you fix it? Yeah, some things like virus or malware links, the fix would be to disavow them on a domain level. Nobody wants malware links. Broken redirects, however, we would generate a sample htaccess file that you can use in your server configuration. And of course, in the future, you could set up that this would be sent automatically to your IT team or let you take this and add it to one of their tasks. Yeah, this is where the collaboration part comes in that I mentioned. So finding issues and suggesting issues to take is what our goal is. Based on the data, based on the signals, based on the machine learning craziness that decides what to suggest on a data level. And this new layer now will allow us to give you recommendations based on the data. so you don't have to. This is where we help you save time. And then some features like negative SEO detection, suspicious 35 and 36 help you find really, for instance, based on anchor text here, a financial website doesn't need casino links, especially not in this case 136. In another case, we saw 10,000s. And like you just saw, you could review every single link in detail. Anchor text by clouds, you've seen in a classic application, we still have these features, and we made very sure that all the existing workflows would work. A breakdown of the anchor text is also something that we've had always, where you immediately see what the hell is SEO tons or SEO tons or something. Heck, I'm guessing that's also not a link that you want to have. And when you look at the actual referring domains here, a new view that we don't have in a classic application, you can judge and disavow based on the domain level only. Looking at details again, like you just saw aggregated, this is one of those links where we show you the keyword, if it's a no follow or follow, and what type of link it is. It's a comment link in a subfolder that looks hacked. Yeah, this financial institution doesn't have something with French casino. And we have a holistic internal and external links soon available for all. With a broken image here, I'm sorry. Let me click on the live example. That's even cooler. And this one here. Do they open up here? Oh yeah, they do. So, yeah, they do. So something that a lot of users asked for many years is, of course, that we use everything that we have anyways, our infrastructure, our breakdowns for internal links. So after finishing most of the stuff that we needed for our current functionality, on Monday, I spoke to my team and said, I want to have these internal links. So we have them. Here they are. Of course, this is not for every user already to roll out, but as you can see, you can navigate through your internal links like you navigate through external links, right? You have a backlink profile, which the detox risk is very low for all of them. Lucky you. I mean, lucky us. This is our domain. A root LVT, of course, for internal links is not very, very interesting. But when we look at indexability, I see, hey, here are some no index follow pages. So I may want to maybe click on this and look at it. Yeah. So all the charts are clickable now. They weren't in the past. I know today this is quite standard, but when we built link research tools in the beginning, it was not so standard. So as you can see, a lot of the functionality and this user interface is built on current technologies and current assumptions, yeah, using a React-based framework. And yeah, if you look at this view here now, and the details that we show you, you see how we see internal links. And this internal link actually is interesting because it shows here as a problem link. I mean, problem as a deleted link, right? Why is this deleted? Yeah, it's missing. But the reality is, this actually was a redirect path, a redirect chain that we eliminated. We don't need to link through something, saving some crawling budget. Typical case for on-page SEO, actually, for links actually on on-page. I think some people even call this technical SEO. I don't call this technical SEO. I call these internal links. And this brings me to the next point, where we actually have this with the filters here. When you look at my filters, oh wait, I want to show you this other one. I got the wrong URL here. I'm sorry. We have so many different versions in place. So I'm going to show you Alpha 54, bleeding edge, just deployed 29 minutes ago. Filter, saved filters. Oh yeah, this looks better. We actually see what the saved filters are. Where the domain is link research tools, that's easy. Yeah. But if the domain ends with link research tools.com, You apply this filter. Yeah. You see links from all over the place under link research tools. So in this case, some links from app linkresearchtools.com/members. So when I click here, I actually populate and extend this filter and see all the links from app.linkresearchtools.com. And something that you may not know is the back browser always works. Why is this Facebook thing here? Is Facebook still running, guys? I'm sorry, I don't have a co-moderator or something. Yeah, it looks like. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, I was just talking about all these links coming from linkresearchtools.com with the root domain being linkresearchtools.com. And you see most of them are, of course, dub. So I may want to see, show me not just these, but also where the domain canonical from source has external top domain. That's the second priority. So first priority, second priority next this week, just to make these names more human readable and document them all. And I want to say that this should not begin with dub, right? We want to see all the other subdomains linking to my dub domain. Wait. Begins not with, does not begin with. There you go. You see all these app links? Let's look for some risky ones. Do we have some risky ones? We do have some risky ones. I mean, risky. 375 is not really risky. Everything above 1,000 is dangerous. But you see how we have a ton of redirects here from LRT CDN going to CDN. Oh, CDN links. So the one CDN redirects or links redirects with a 302 redirect. Ah, yeah, here we got the HTTP code. It's a follow redirect with a subtype redirect temporary. You know what a no follow redirect is actually? It's if the redirect is blocked in robots.txt, then the bots don't follow it. Yeah, and that's a different type of redirect. So as you can see here, we got a link type, a link subtype. When we first seen it, when we last seen it, and we even estimate, first published date when a link or a page was really published. So a lot more detail than you find elsewhere, which is what Link Research Tool stands for. But as you can see here, we got the job subdomain, the click subdomain, the podcast subdomain, the jobs subdomain again. So based on this, I may want to check out, this podcast subdomain. What's going on with the podcast subdomain? Why are all these podcasts here that go to my website? They're redirecting only. What's that? Doesn't make sense to me, actually. I know it's an SSL redirect, of course. Gosh, yeah, okay. Well, tons of SSL redirects. Judging on the power trust, Eric Enge got some links here. Good. So I would look further here. And yeah, going back, you see how I can drill through the data, and all these filters that I have here work everywhere. So my own page SEO sucks. The most popular link anchor text, which includes image alt text, is called logo rate. I don't want to rank for logo, and I certainly don't want to rank for community. Jobs at Link Research Tools, okay. Yeah, learn more. SEMrush with semicolons example is an anchor text here. So you see, you can actually do a drill down even for a large number of links from externally and combine those with all the others. And I mean the other internal links, and combine those with all the external ones. So linked research shows is the only system where you have external links and internal links combined. This is what I call holistic, the full picture. You know, there's this thing, 3D or VR, they call it now. You know what the trick about that is? When we watch TV, we only have one eye, more or less, a flat screen. And the 3D effect is created by having two eyes, like every human has. So once you have two cameras, you suddenly have a realistic picture that is in 3 dimensions, that the brain perceives in a totally different way. And if you've ever been to a 3D movie or used the VR Googles, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's such a difference. And that's exactly what we're bringing to Link Research Tools very, very soon for everyone. I'm playing with it already. The historical link redirect and traces I mentioned already. So yeah, this is the example that I actually just found before by chance. Looks problematic because it's not found, but actually we removed this intentionally, right? And cleaned up that redirect chain. Navigating through the data by highlighting the data is something that I just showed you. And yeah, I find it really, really convenient because you can go through everything in the database with just a couple of clicks and even populate those filters with those clicks. So the filters get more and more precise without you actually looking at all the metrics and all the different criteria there. The way this works is that you just click through the data. And if you think you are too detailed, all it needs is your browser back button. Okay. So yeah, now is some time, more time for a demo. And I want to show you some stuff that we prepared here. Where's Hector's side? All these windows, oh, man. Here we go, Hoof House. I have no idea what Hoof means. I think it's the founder or something, but it's a real estate site in Germany. And as you can see, the distribution of risk is quite, you know, mixed. Yeah, there are some toxic links here that you can click on here immediately. Detox risk is one of high, and some of them are disavowed already. And well, I can see, you know, logo here is classified as other. That's good. Bunch of not founds, and those not founds, you know, I guarantee you, some of the not founds will actually be helpful. So what about this topic list here? Majestic Million here is a link that is not found today, but we saw it 2 hours ago. Why is that? Well, the Majestic Million goes on and off, go on and off. The forum links here. This is something that I find interesting. Seekport is another of those search engines, I guess. Yeah. And those search engine results seem to be follow links. Now, I'm not sure about you, but a platform where I can generate follow links by just typing in some keywords looks very, very fishy. And I would be very careful with this, guys. You know, when we scroll down through all these links, you can tell how they actually look like. And yeah, I'm sure, Hector, you're not using that system, but somebody else is using that system. Roof house. House. And making sure these get indexed. Let's use our link checker plugin. Look at all these results. I'm sure you know this link checker plugin that we have, but if you don't know it, it's free and you can get it in the Chrome store and the Firefox store. Ah, look at that. It's all follow links. There's even a broken link here already, so they don't seem to update their index very often. But that is a ton of follow links. So if I would like to hurt Hufhaus, I would create searches like this. And then, get them indexed or place links towards it. I would be careful with that. Eugene, you have a question here? No, I think that was from before. If you have a question, just raise your hand afterwards. I know you have a question? No. So, yeah, I removed that hand. If you have a question, then just ask me again in the Q&A. I'm going on here. And yeah, as you can see here, all of these links are follow links. And, for the black hats among you, this is kind of a trick, maybe something that you didn't know. For the other ones, I would be careful, would be very careful, because that means all these links here can be automatically generated. They are set to no index, as you can see, but they are follow links. And they were there 2 hours ago. You can see how the home of Hufhaus linked to Hufhaus Netherlands HTML, NL HTML, which redirected to NL, which redirected to NL. Number one, I would consider, cleaning out this redirect here. When you look at that, this is the redirect trace just for this link. Yeah, it's still here. NL HTML goes to NL, and that goes to NL NL. You don't want extra redirects. Just make NL HTML go to NL NL. Okay? That's especially for the homepage. This is worth it. Adding some extra lines to your HTXS file. I know some people obsess about trimming down the HTXS file, and I think that's crap. It's just stupid. If you are worried that your file system access of the initial fetch of a file like htaccess to the server memory of your Apache web server, then you are looking at the wrong problems. The htaccess file needs to be okay. And if it's large, it's going to take, let's say, not 50 kilobytes, but 100 kilobytes in the cache. But we're talking kilobytes, not megabytes, not gigabytes. So we're talking a magnitude of 1 million between kilobytes and gigabytes, right? Don't worry about htaccess file size at all, please. I know technical SEOs obsess about it, but that's utter bullshit. So next, when you look at that, you see, all of your redirects are actually having the same problem. And so what this creates is a lot of crawl activity for Google to crawl your redirects here, reducing your indexing and crawling budget. And besides that, it's not a good link. It's not a good link at all. When we scroll to our rules, where are my rules? Oh, I think I disabled them for the demo before. Let me enable some of my rules. You see all these different columns here that you can still enable? That's a lot. So when you look at the rules, and this is how they work. Oh, they're all the way at the end. So let me move them to the top here. You can sort these as you wish, and then of course we persist them and keep them, for other reports. No, I want to have this maybe maybe even before the link type. No, link status rules. HTTP code we can take back, and then I would say number of backlinks to a page is something I'm also interested in. So you see how I'm tweaking my table here. Of course, you can enable them all and scroll left and right, but we made sure that on the left-hand side and the right-hand side are the most important details. Yeah? When you're familiar with the navigation, you can also get rid of the navigation here on the right. And then, like I just said, this looks suspicious, and it does. It has a negative link velocity. It's flagged by our Link Detox Genesis algorithm, and I would just disavow this on the root domain. Sigport, bye-bye. This is how working, very slow, detail by detail works. Yeah? And when I look at some of these others here, I mean, look at rent deals, Nasik hotels, domain lists. This looks like the typical spam that you find. For instance, when you look at a service from the Globe, I think. Yeah, just add them all. Thumbs down. Oh, oh yeah. This is why I'm working with a bleeding edge here. Failed to save the rating, but we can disavow them on a root domain. So, next, here is a link, Homes and Antiques Interior Shop. This is 1,000, so it's edgy. It has power trust of 1. It's linking with my brand keyword, so that's good. Toxic 3, it's a follow link. Let's look at this further. It's in the paragraph. Yeah, so, but you don't know yet is, let's uncheck this. You can go to the source preview. It's a paragraph. Well, it's actually more a linked list if you ask me. Well, no, there is some content, so let's give this another check here by doing a real manual review. Home center. Yeah, thank you, GDPR. Okay, a ton of content. Why are all these images blurry in the first place? Who made these images? If you want to sell real estate and you give me images like this, you think I'm gonna buy? This looks like on a Commodore 64, actually. 320 by 200. And here's a directory of these platforms. Honestly, I've never seen this website before, so I may be wrong. They have 404,000 backlinks. And they have a nice design. They have people who use crappy images in their blog posts. So they're probably not professional PBN builders. Maybe they just have the wrong marketing staff. They're using AdWords on their website. So they're making money by AdWords. Oh no, this image here is better. I was lucky to find that one post on the website that sucked. Yeah. As you can see, I have a hard time deciding if I want to disavow this. And I'm the creator of Link Detox. And because of this issue here being a common issue in the marketplace, I want to show you, where is my link? That you can now say, this is a question mark. What? This is a question mark. Oh no, it's a question mark. No. Guys, you gave me a broken alpha. Yeah, this is how it works. No, that's the other one. Alpha 54, alpha 54. There you go. You see, you would set this to a question mark. Ah, yeah, because I used a custom URL. I'm sorry for the technical internals details here of these many different versions here in parallel. It's not easy to develop software, I tell you. But what I just did is mark all these as a question mark. And when you look at your referring domains or your referring pages or any of that, you can then later see these unsure links. I was unsure about it. And now we got a new issue that triggered here. You still have unsure links that you should take care about, you or your boss or your team member, so you can review them again. So we remind you about this. And this is kind of a bookmark for that stuff that you were unsure about. But it's more important, a decision that you made. It's not a positive, not a negative. It's a decision that you are unsure, which it took me a while to, get along with, but I agree. This is important to have. Yeah, some more data to show you. What is this? That's the wrong version here. Yeah, money keywords on weak domains. Yeah, but I think you saw, Hector, but just looking through some of that stuff on the high risk, I already found some stuff that should definitely be disavowed. And something that you need to be aware of is if you have not found links, it doesn't mean they are out of the system. Links that are not there anymore can still be in the system of Google. It can still affect your rankings. So we have an example to share that brought a constant increase in rankings, but just disavowing deleted links, doing nothing else. We're going to share that to next week at LRT Con, and we're probably going to make a blog post about that as well, just to tell people how important it is to, number one, look after your links, and number two, also look after your links that you think you don't have anymore. Yeah, when you actually do. So, to remind you how to look at a link, it's by checking a link from A to B. Analyzing the power and trust of a link is our system, our metric, because PageRank is officially dead for many, many years. So we measure links in 2 dimensions. PageRank was just one direction. Domain rating, MOS, DA, PA, these are one directional, in one dimension. We have measured the power and the trust in 2 different dimensions. Because of that, we can differentiate if a weak link is just weak or it's a high potential on a very trusted domain. We help you to take action and then suggest those high potentials and suggest that you would build some links to those high potential links. Yeah. Here's Brad with the hands up. Yeah. Glad you like it. Glad you like it. The nitro links are the ones that would hurt you potentially. Nitro because they are SEO nitro. They are very powerful, but not trusted. So you run the risk of them potentially causing damage, a penalty for you. Weak links are just weak. And if you don't have 2 dimensions, you have no way of differentiating between weak and nitro either. So all of the other metrics that you look at, from my point of view, are just garbage. They're calculated on a too small index. They only look in one direction, in one dimension, and don't allow you to look at a link, like we do in 2 dimensions. And I told you, the same applies for internal and external links. Once we have that combined for everyone, we will show you a whole different world of links, how anchor text passes from externally into the site and then flows through the site. And as you can tell, we didn't have this for a long time, so even my own internal linking sucks. Internal link optimization will be a thing that we base on external links, not just internal. Yeah, so always analyze, of course, the risk of your links and watching out for the risk of links. This is a screenshot of a the next step where we introduce ongoing trends over time, where we introduce to show you the backlink profile coverage, to show you how many percent of your backlink profile you actually already audited or crawled. This one we saw. And then building links is checking links. You would simply check for every link, of course, hand by hand with a tool like the LRT Power Trust extension that we have for a while. And what's coming in LRT Smart is the simulation mode. analyze potential linked lists to simulate a list of links from a link seller, to simulate a list of links from outreach research, hundreds or thousands. And we would tell you how those links can affect your backlink profile in terms of risk. You could do that with a LORT tool today, but I think simulation mode is a lot easier to understand. And in this case, our simulated links still look good. We are way below that penalty risk of 1,000, so we would build those links. And that's great also for looking at links of your competitors, because your competitors, with co-citation concepts or intersect tools or common backlink tools, like we called it in our application, you would see which links your competitors have in common, and even you have in common with them. Great. But just because your competitors have links in common doesn't mean you want that link as well. Because if we simulate that risk is actually very high, you would not build that link. Yeah, simulated risk of 1,220 is way too high to build. Nobody else has this technology, and we will integrate this directly into our research functionality for, when we suggest links to you, we would suggest links to you that are simulated to have a very low risk. Based on the simulation, we estimate that the risk that you earn, that you get into your system, into your backlink profile, will be low enough. Of course, you could still manually go for high-risk links, but who wants that? Yeah. Then you wouldn't need Link Detox and Link Research tools anyways, but I guess you want to do it right. Yeah, so competitors' risk and disavows can be simulated as well. If we look at a competitive research, a comparison of competitor domains, then of course we can simulate their risk by simulating their disavow, because we have all the data. It doesn't really matter if we have the exact, precise disavow file. In all industries today, you're using a disavow file. All money-making industries have disavow files. I know there's one SEO here or there that said, I deleted my disavow file and nothing happened. But that's because they were not crawled yet. Remember, disavow files only work in once they're crawled. So this is where our boost functionality comes in. Once you have Link Detox Boost applied to your disavow file, then you can say it worked or it did not work. So I would be very careful with that. But we show domain detox risk for competitors, backlink profile coverage for competitors, and the freshness. How fresh is that backlink profile in our system? When you look at that, of course, this third one here, if you only have 1% of the backlinks of that competitor analyzed, what would that mean in terms of comparison? I think we would need to put even a red marker there, warning, attention. You have a comparison where you compare very full, complete backlink profiles with one that is very incomplete. Yeah, that's something that could be dangerous. But you could decide that only for a certain backlink profile, you could decide for a higher coverage and therefore higher cost. How fresh should the data be? 5 years, 1 year, 1 month? It's really your decision. This is what we support. But which anchor text to use? There's no one size fits all. There's no 80-20 rule in link building and link building, link analysis, link, let's say, manipulation or link cleanup. Especially for external links, but also internal links. We will support internal link analysis, so you can look at distribution of links for your internal links as well. And internal links, of course, you can change a lot faster. But checking your competitor link profiles will be a lot more fun then. You have a system in place to check your redirects ongoing. Well, Link Research Tools and Link Detox will support that. Link Detox Smart already is checking redirects because you need to disavow them, potentially. But the ongoing analysis, the ongoing monitoring in the protect part will allow you to specify redirecting domains where you say, these are my domains, these are my other brands, these are my other countries, these are my previous brands. So you can specifically decide which domains should be checked on a regular basis, combined in full with mine. And of course, the crawling mode, how detailed and how often, weekly or monthly or every year. But the redirects are important because toxic redirects can pass penalties. If you have spammy links going to a domain and that domain has a penalty, it can redirect that to you. If you don't analyze your redirects, if you don't run link detox on your redirecting domains, then you run the risk of earning a penalty without you knowing. That has been going on for years. And toxic rel canonicals are a similar case. We even got a rule for that already with SASP 36. That's been around since 2015 and got more and more public now. So it's really time to act and look after that. Yeah, for negative SEO, as you can see, we build a lot more features in. We will not stop doing that. That's all part of the Protect plan. So it's not possible to check a link without looking at the link. If you're only looking at the source page and maybe the anchor text, you see the source page and the anchor text. You cannot estimate the risk that this link has because you don't look at the target page. And I don't know any system except link research tools to look at both sides. So we will automatically tell you which links you could build, which links you should disavow, which links you should repair, what's wrong in your disavow file, because even in your disavow file, if you think it's okay, you might have some domains disavowed that are actually good from the past or a human mistake or domains that recovered and got a lot better over the years. So let me ask you, when was the last time? When was the last time that you looked at your disavow file? Did an audit, which domains to remove from it. We would also automatically tell you which competitor links you should build, which important links you lost, which dangerous links you got, and if your team goals were reached in the full suite of Link Research Tools Smart. But now we're talking Link Detox Smart. For dozens or hundreds of sites, if you're an agency and manage 50 clients, I want you to be able to manage 500. I want to be personally able to manage 20 sites with a quality on an ongoing basis, automated. But we don't have the money for LRT. It's so expensive. You are most expensive guys. I cannot afford you. I hear this. I heard this also in the pre-launch. And yeah, of course, there's this old Roman dude that says you have to spend money to make money. I kept saying this for a long time. But the good news is new plans are coming with a new link crawl budget system and a lower entry level. And some of you already got in a lot cheaper than it's possible. But what's more important also is, in addition to the plans, we change our credit system. In the past, every plan had a bunch of credits. So let's say a plan has 5 credits with 6 million links each. You could run 5 link detox analysis for up to 6 million links. With the link crawl budget, you can run any number of domains for a total of 30 million. 5 times 6 million, right? 5 times 6 million would be 30 million. And so then you can run any number of domains, and we don't really care about it. How many domains? The only criteria that matters, that is the cost driver also for us, is really the number of pages crawled and the number of pages in the system. Those will affect the pricing. Those affect the budget now. So I hope you enjoyed this talk, and here are some questions that I want to answer here. Great content so far. Zoom is so buggy, but for me right now, they are in the chat. Okay, I have to check this because we got a Q&A feature, but you posted it to the chat. That's fine, Brad. Zoom is buggy. Can't wait for the replay. Sorry. When will the simulation be ready? Will it be included in the current subscriptions? The simulation mode to simulate links, to build links, is part of the grow element. Remember the picture that we had? Recover, protect, learn, grow. The full suite that we have is to recover, is to protect, is to do competitive research, and to have everything in place for growing, for building links. Or in other words, the simulation mode will only be available for disavows, because disavows are a simulation as well. Simulating extra links to build against will be part of the grow plans. So we will have different plans that will include or not include this. And the current one is just the Link Detox Smart is the recover part. Yeah. But of course, you early guys that got in very, very soon, I'm going to have a very nice offer for you because I want you to utilize all the functionality as soon as possible. But of course, I have to make a difference between what we used to call the full suite as the superhero plan with 26 tools and what is a small Link Detox plan that we separated historically always for 6, 7 years now. Yeah, but great question. Great question. Fact is, a lot of people don't even know that the simulation is possible. And so this is why also we had to rename it. Yeah. Can you simulate, wait, I'm not sure if you can see this. Can you simulate if our competitors have disavows or how that might affect competition in an industry? Or is that what simulations do? Oh, that's a great question, Peter. Simulating the disavows of your competitors, that simulation function is, of course, part of the learn component. In the competitive research that I showed you, you look at you versus your competition on all levels. And when you do that, of course, we simulate the disavow to be able to make these risk levels comparable. And this is even possible with a couple extra clicks today in the competitive detox for competitive analysis. And yeah, it's included in the superhero plans. And in the future, it will be part of the learn element. So when I bring this up again, this is what I said in the beginning. We will have this here. Competitor analysis is the red share, the red pie share. Yeah. This will be everything about your competition, leveraging, and also looking at the backlinks of your competition means, I think I had a slide for that as well. It will mean that we can suggest you links that you should build that your competition has. Learning from your competition also means, when we crawl the backlink profile for you, whoa, is it that long ago? Where did I put that? Oh, really? Okay. So when you look at your competition here, and you pay us to crawl the backlink profile for them and calculate all that stuff, what you get included is, of course, the best possible simulation of the disavow and the best possible recommendation of links that they have that you don't have, that we suggest. Like here. We would show you strong links, but not the penalty risk links. You could still, review that, but I would not suggest to add a link like this. This is how the learn component works. Yeah. Yeah, I hope I could clarify. This is an amazing question. Thank you very much. And yeah, we had this pre-launch offer already, and I'm not sure who of you bought it yesterday. We'll have another webinar in 2 weeks. And if you reply to your purchase email with a website that you would like to see in the next webinar on January 30, you could still, have me go over it. And for those who found it interesting but didn't take the chance yesterday, I have the deal from yesterday still open today. Yeah. So if you want to get that deal, you can definitely buy this here now. Still, I leave this open here for you with that link. Oh, wait. Let me post that to the chat. Where is it? Here we go. So you don't have to type it. This is the yesterday's offer. So, yesterday's offer is not the same as a month ago. It's a different one. It's a different pre-launch offer. It's more expensive. Hector, regarding my project, yeah, I'm going to answer this live. Regarding my project Hoof House, we have a lot of spammer links pointing to our JPEG images. Have you ever seen anything like this? Yes, all the time. I can't figure out how this is happening or how to stop it. Any input would be appreciated. So how this works is that people build aggregator sites. They use Google image search and take any kind of images and just splatter those images on really spammy sites. And to be honest, I still haven't understood what the point is. I think I'm not that in the black hat area. Although, next week at LRT, I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot of stuff from blackest to grayish to white hat from all these amazing speakers. And, we are sold out. I think we have I just opened up last week 10 new tickets, and I think we have 3 left for LRTCon now at this point. We still had sales coming in today and yesterday. I'm going to learn a lot from them, and I will bring up that question. What's the point about it? But these websites are in the hundreds, in the thousands, depending on the topic. So these images are scraped with the keywords, and all the images that come back, maybe from your website, are put on these spammy websites. What I would suggest is, and this is how it's happening, how to stop it, no way. How to battle it, how to get this out of your focus, because it's eating away a lot of your mind power of your focus. It's just super annoying. Yeah, black hat doorway generators. You could try to protect hot linking on a server level. Oh, of course, it's a doorway. They start indexing and linking to it, and then they just do redirects, right? That stuff starts to rank, and then based on that, they just forward it to some offers, some affiliate offers. Is that what it is, Eugene? Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So what you could do is you can protect against that in a way that you set up a filter. Now, when we look at our anchor text here, sorry, my pages. I think I even have a saved filter for this already. Look at the saved filters. There are some image links, unrated. So looking at all the links that are unrated, no, that's a special one. Rate links, no rating. So let's build out that filter. We take that and add the detox risk being greater than 1,000. Let's start with that. Look at all the garbage, even going to my site. I'm not even sure if I disavow this because I may not have it in this test system instance here. Gästebuch. Oh my God. But what you could do is you select this, everything above 1,000, that is an image link, and just disavow this, right? I give it a thumbs down. It's this instance with a safe error here. I disavow this on the root domain level. That one works. And when you look at the filter here, you can save this filter. What you don't see yet is, image links worth risk greater than 1,000. What you don't see yet is here one extra checkbox to make this an issue, so it pops up on your dashboard all the time, and another checkbox to make disavowing a manual action that you can then apply. Fix it would disavow them automatically, or an automatic action. So how this would work is in the future that you do not even have to care about that stuff. All of those image links with a high risk would be automatically disavowed for you. And all you have to do is take that disavow from Link Research Tools, download it on a regular basis, maybe once a week, and upload it to Google, and then start Boost. And this is also something that we keep track. Boost in the past would always need to be manually started after all your work. Now, just like in other systems, we would just notify that there's new stuff to boost, and all you have to do is understand, agree, and boost that stuff. Yeah. Again, you have to upload it manually. There is no API to upload a disavow file. But once you have done that, you can wait 48 hours, or you can tell Link Detox Boost to wait 48 hours, and then start Link Detox Boost. And then those links won't harm you anymore. That's how it works. Okay. Yeah, so Eugene had a question. Will there be an offer for simulation and grow? Yes. Right now, we're focusing on Link Detox, which is the recover part, and get that all completed with everything involved. And that was the hard part because we have the database. It's an all new database. It's an all new user interface. All of these concepts are new. This is fresh code. And now we're adding the functionalities for the protect, for the learn, for the grow part to it, for the other plans. So there will be an offer for everything together and yeah, maybe even partially. But at least there will be a difference between recover or the full thing. And when you buy the recover part today for this amazing price that we have actually opened up again, there will be an upgrade option in the future for sure. Because the real cost driver that you will experience is not a plan only with a base level of links, but it will be the number of links that you need. And the link roll budget is something that you take with you anyways, right? Okay. But I don't have it available yet. I don't have the a grow part yet. I don't have the learn part yet, but I want it yesterday, as you can imagine. But I'm not 100% happy. And as you can see, we're still ironing out some things and finishing things and translating and adding text here and there. So we pushed the activation date to February 19, which is, in 3 weeks from now, but every day counts. Every test, every webinar counts. And we get new feedback, new ideas. And I want to let you guys in really yesterday. Yeah, but actually really amazing. Is Boost re-indexing of disavowed URLs included in Link Detox Smart New Year bundle? Yes, it is. Yeah, Boost is in there. We had it on a landing page for on the landing page for 300 links. Yeah, exactly. It is included in the bundle as well. And here's a question from Daniel. The activation date is delayed by 3 weeks. Yes, the activation date is on February 19. We send out an email. Yes, I think on Monday or Tuesday, and yesterday again. But actually, maybe I should send it out again. And of course, if you are worried about this activation date being a problem for your subscription, we will activate you and the lifetime of the credit and the account for the whole year on February 19. You have to wait, and I'm sorry for that, but I made a decision that, we're not ready yet on January 25, that I promised first, but I want to deliver an amazing product, and we will activate it, and then the clock starts ticking for the subscription, for the credits, for everything. We'll move it all back, yeah? So no, don't worry. And if you're worried, of course, just reach out to us, and we'll make it work. Yeah. I just want to make sure that the application and the product is great. And my team is very experienced already with the application, and we are all there. And as you may imagine, I'm gonna do another webinar on January 30. I even do another 31, sorry. 31. Yeah, January 31 is the next webinar at 3 p.m. Vienna time. And another one at 8 p.m. for US time zone. Yeah, all you guys are here, so you're gonna be there at 3 p.m. I'm gonna send another email about the US West Coast webinar, and there's gonna be another one in February. I think February 14 for Valentine's Day. What a nice day to have a webinar with new clients, isn't it? So, anyways. And then on 19, we'll switch you on and start activating accounts, and we'll do these one by one. And I will be personally looking after every one of you. So this is a very exciting, very important moment for me to have all these new things go live and users working with it. And I want to be there. I already have a desk in customer success room. I'm sitting there with a team in customer success. I'm answering emails. Some of you already got answers on emails, and I try to be on the phone, but especially here in the webinar, and create training materials and answer and look at these questions. And so every question that you guys bring back is helpful for me. So this is how it works, and just to give you an idea, how important this is for me as well. So I take this very, very serious. It would be helpful to create a list of spiders to block. Hector asks, it would be helpful to create a list of spiders to block. I don't get it. Which spiders do you want to block? Oh, about the scrapers, you mean? The image aggregators? Ha. That's like blocking Majestic in robots.txt, right? Ooh, nobody should look at my links, so I'm blocking Majestic in robots.txt. Don't do that stuff. Ignore that. If I'm an image aggregator doing spammy stuff and creating doorway pages, you think I'm looking at robots.txt and care? Not even Link Research Tools cares about robots.txt. We have a lot of problems. It's very expensive to actually crawl ignoring robots.txt because you get all these complaints from webmasters. But our job is not complying with the robots.txt idea. Our job is to show you links that other people don't want to show, don't want you to see. This is what competitive research is about. And this is possible because we created a backlink profile for you. Ahrefs, Majestic, SEMrush, they cannot do that because at the large of scraping and crawling, they do. Ignoring robots.txt would shut them off immediately. We lost a 10 gigabit uplink as well already, so that's expensive. But we ignore robots.txt. Yeah. The image aggregators. What's honeycomb? Honeycomb. Interesting question. Yeah. Honeycomb is a mass of hexagonal prismatic wax. What? That looks like autocorrect, Hector. Okay. Yeah, so I think we're through this. And if you don't have any more questions, we're way over time already. I planned for did I plan for 1 or for 1.5 hours? Guys, you still have questions? Honeycomb is a community of people coming together, keep the list up to date. Oh yeah, for honeypots, of course, yeah. And then block them on an IP basis. That's, of course, that is a more advanced one. I thought you were talking about just adding them to robots.txt. Yeah, so guys, if you want to have this stuff, Link Research Tools Recover or Link Detox Smart at this unseen before price, it's more expensive than the pre-launch in Christmas pre-launch in December, but it's still an amazing price for this all new product. I opened up the card again for you, and I'm going to post the link here again. Open today still. The landing page is offline already. I mean, it redirects already because all the public traffic, all the emails will go there for those that missed it. But you guys went to the webinar, so I want to say thank you and give you a chance to buy it. I mean, I don't care if you don't buy it. If you like it, you're going to come back. But I think now is a perfect opportunity to get in. So yeah, I look forward to switching you guys on and to having you explore the functionality. Yeah, that's it for me for today. I say thank you very much. I will stop the sharing so I can wave big. And yeah, I see you very soon. Bye-bye. My name is Christoph Cemper.